Have you ever wondered what it truly takes to create a lasting bond, one that stands the test of time and weathers life's inevitable storms? Today, we're stepping into the heart of a small village in Izmir, where Madame Laura, a 72-year-old woman, reveals secrets about love and devotion that have been passed down for generations. Through her gentle words and the wisdom of those who came before, she sheds light on how true intimacy goes beyond fleeting affection, transforming relationships and bringing harmony to entire communities. Stick with us to the end, and discover not only the profound beauty of love, but also practical ways to create bonds that nourish the soul and bring peace into your own life. This journey into Madame Laura's teachings will leave you inspired to approach love with a deeper respect and purpose. If you haven't subscribed to our channel yet, I encourage you to click the subscribe button and ring the notification bell to stay updated on all our latest content. I'm eager to hear your thoughts on today's topic. If you enjoy the content, please comment 1 below. If it doesn't resonate with you, leave a 0. Your feedback is crucial as it helps me create better videos that align with your interests. Now, let's get started. Today's story invites us into the heart of an ancient and timeless wisdom shared by Madame Laura, a 72-year-old woman revered by all who know her. Living in a small, picturesque village in Izmir, she embodies the traditions and teachings of generations before her, carrying a light that guides her community through the intricacies of love and connection. Her gentle yet piercing words reveal why, for centuries, women have been drawn to men who understand that love goes far beyond mere affection. These men, she explains, possess a rare, sacred understanding, a truth that has the power not only to transform their personal relationships but to weave harmony into the very fabric of the village. For them, intimacy is not a fleeting expression. It is a profound act of connection, a way to nourish both heart and soul through life's trials, creating bonds that stand the test of time. Imagine a tranquil autumn morning, with a gentle breeze carrying the scent of olives and herbs as it whispers through ancient trees. Young villagers, full of curiosity and a desire to understand life's mysteries, gather at Madame Laura's humble yet inviting home. The sky, a delicate tapestry of dawn's colors, sets the perfect backdrop as they sit around her weathered wooden table. This table, worn and scarred from countless gatherings, holds a history of shared meals, tears, and laughter, a silent witness to lives lived in devotion and simplicity. In this moment, as if the world has hushed to listen, Madame Laura begins to speak. Her voice, soft but resonant, carries the wisdom of countless seasons, and the young villagers find themselves drawn in as she unravels a story of love, honor, and the kind of devotion that leaves an everlasting imprint on the soul. The young men and women around her listen intently, their eyes wide with wonder, captivated by her words. In her calm, wise manner, Madame Laura explains that true love goes beyond physical attraction. It is an act of reverence, a commitment that transcends the moment. She describes a time when men understood the deeper meaning behind acts of intimacy, seeing them not merely as physical expressions but as sacred gestures that say, "I honor you." These gestures were woven with respect, a respect so profound that it could uplift and empower their partners in ways words could never convey. In her village, Madame Laura recounts, men who grasped this understanding were seen as pillars of wisdom and strength, not only cherished by their partners but respected by the entire community. They were men who knew that love was about offering oneself completely, without ego, judgment, or hesitation. In the midst of her storytelling, one young man, braving his own insecurities, asks a deeply personal question about the meaning behind acts of intimate devotion. His voice carries a mix of courage and vulnerability, a reflection of his earnest desire to understand. Madame Laura meets his gaze with a compassionate smile, sensing the sincerity in his question. Leaning in slightly, her eyes bright with understanding, she speaks with a gentle strength that seems to reach into the depths of each listener's soul. She begins to recount the wisdom that has been passed down through the women and men of her village, generation after generation. She tells of a time when true intimacy was a revered art, something cultivated with great care and deep intention. She explains that intimacy, in its truest form, is not merely a physical act but a way to honor and uplift one's partner. It is a means of expressing profound respect, of saying, "I see you, and I am here for you." For men of her village, This understanding was transformative. It allowed them to form connections that were not only lasting but deeply nourishing. It gave them a strength that others could sense, a strength rooted not in dominance or power but in humility and devotion. These men were cherished, admired, and held up as examples of what true love could look like. Madame Laura's voice, filled with warmth and conviction, touches each person in the room. Her words have a weight, a depth that cannot be taught but only felt, stirring emotions within her listeners that linger long after her voice has fallen silent. As she finishes her story, the young villagers sit in a reverent hush, absorbing the impact of her words. They realize that this wisdom, this profound approach to love, is not just a way to form relationships but a way to build a meaningful life. It is a path to creating connections that endure, to honoring the person you choose to share your journey with in a way that lifts them up and gives strength to both. As they rise to leave, each of them feels a sense of awe, a newfound respect for the power of love, and a realization that they have glimpsed something timeless, a way of being that could reshape how they approach every relationship they have. And so, with hearts and minds transformed, they return to their homes under the soft glow of the rising sun. This story, this beautiful legacy of love and respect, begins to take root in their lives, spreading through the village like a gentle ripple across a pond. Word of Madame Laura's teachings travels quickly, and soon, the younger generation begins to see love in a new light. They start to embrace not only the physical aspects of intimacy but the deeper emotional connections that make a marriage resilient, the quiet acts of kindness that forge bonds strong enough to withstand the storms of life. The wisdom they have received becomes a source of pride and strength within the community, fortifying relationships and bringing a sense of harmony to all. As these teachings spread, the women in the village feel an unmistakable shift. They feel seen, valued, and appreciated in ways they hadn't before. These gestures of love, once simple traditions, become powerful symbols of unity and respect within each home. Guided by the elders' wisdom, couples find new ways to deepen their relationships, discovering that the simplest acts of love, holding a hand, sharing a meal, offering a comforting word, can carry the greatest meaning. The village itself is transformed, with each household bound by a sense of harmony and mutual respect that enriches everyone's lives. This is the legacy of Madame Laura, a legacy that teaches us that true love is more than passion or fleeting attraction. It is an art, a way of life rooted in compassion, humility, and a deep respect for one another. And as the villagers carry her teachings forward, they create a community where love is not only cherished but celebrated, a powerful reminder of the beauty of connection and the strength of shared devotion. If you're still here, touched by this journey into the heart of love and human connection, please comment a 3 below to let us know. Your engagement helps us continue sharing these timeless stories, each one a precious reminder of the love that binds us all. Thank you for joining us in honoring Madame Laura's teachings, and may her wisdom inspire you to cultivate deeper, more meaningful relationships in your own life. If you haven't subscribed yet, now is the perfect moment. Don't miss the chance to journey deeper into stories that uncover the beauty and depth of human relationships. Stories that reveal wisdom that's been passed down through generations. Hit the subscribe button and ring the notification bell to stay connected and never miss out on these powerful lessons. If Madame Laura's story resonates with you, please give this video a thumbs up. I'd love to hear your thoughts on today's topic, so drop a 1 in the comments if this story moved you, or a 0 if it didn't quite resonate. Every comment, every bit of feedback brings us closer to creating content that speaks directly to the heart, honoring Madame Laura's unforgettable wisdom. Traditions like these embody timeless truths, carrying forward wisdom that reaches far beyond words, offering us pathways to build profound, unbreakable bonds with those we cherish. If you're here, absorbing these teachings on love and respect, please comment a 1 below to let me know that this journey speaks to you too. As Madame Laura spoke, she unveiled a deeper truth at the heart of intimacy, a truth rooted in a reverence for the feminine essence, regarded as the wellspring of life and creation. Men who understood this were not only partners, they were protectors, guardians of this sacred energy, embracing a role that they held with immense pride and honor. These men became keepers of harmony, figures of stability who protected a love strong enough to weather any storm. It was not simply a matter of physical devotion, but a commitment to cherishing the very life force that women represent. As evening settled over the village and the last light softened into twilight, Madame Laura's words lingered, casting a warmth that filled the space like a comforting embrace. Her story ignited a deep, thoughtful conversation among the young villagers, leaving them eager to learn more. Inspired by her teachings, they decided to seek out the wisdom of their village elders, hoping to uncover even more insights. One elder, a man named Helio, welcomed them into his modest home. As they stepped inside, they were met with the warm glow of a crackling fire that cast gentle, dancing shadows on the walls, creating an atmosphere of comfort and reflection. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment number 1 below to let me know that you are still watching this video with me. Helio, a man whose presence radiated calm strength, spoke with a quiet power, each word carrying the weight of a lifetime's worth of lessons. He explained that acts of intimacy, such as oral devotion, were far more than mere physical expressions. They were profound gestures of love, designed to forge an unwavering emotional connection. In his stories, he painted vivid pictures of men returning home after long, exhausting days in the fields. Despite their physical weariness, their hearts were filled with a tender desire to care for and uplift their wives. For these men, tending to the emotional and physical needs of their partners was as natural as breathing, a devotion that flowed effortlessly from a deep understanding of love's true nature. They knew that building a lasting relationship was not about fulfilling duties alone, but about nurturing the shared bond, strengthening it through small, consistent acts of love and care. Helio's words revealed that for these men, love was not about grand gestures or fleeting passion. It was a quiet strength, a steadfast commitment to giving all they could to their partners. His stories portrayed men who gave more than just practical support. They brought warmth, respect, and emotional presence into their homes, creating an environment where trust, admiration, and love could flourish. As he finished, the young villagers sat in silence, moved by the depth of his words. They left with hearts full, inspired to carry these teachings forward, knowing that Madame Laura and Helio had shared something that could change the way they viewed love, connection, and the very essence of human relationships. This act of showing affection wasn't just a gesture. It became a powerful way for these men to nurture the sacred, unbreakable bond they shared with their wives, deepening a connection built on mutual trust and admiration that words alone could never express. Through small acts of devotion, they cultivated a partnership steeped in respect, one that fortified them against life's challenges and brought a quiet yet profound joy into their everyday lives. Each touch, each thoughtful action, was a testament to a love that was not fleeting but enduring, a love that grew stronger through every sacrifice and every expression of care. It was in these moments, those quiet, unnoticed acts, that the foundation of their relationships was built, giving them the strength to face whatever trials life presented with resilience and unity. If you're still here with us, feeling moved by this beautiful legacy of love and devotion, please comment a 2 below. Your presence and support remind me that these timeless teachings resonate with you, encouraging me to continue sharing these lessons rooted in the wisdom of our ancestors. Thank you for being part of this journey, for honoring the invaluable knowledge passed down through generations, and for opening your heart to explore the true essence of love and connection. Helio's stories painted a vivid, immersive picture of a time when love wasn't confined to grand gestures or spoken declarations. It was woven into every glance, every touch, and every small act of kindness. He described how the men of his village, after long, grueling days working under the unyielding sun, would return home physically exhausted but spiritually fulfilled, carrying with them a determination to care for and uplift their families. For these men, love was not merely about fulfilling duties or responsibilities. It was an art form, a devotion, something carefully tended to with tenderness and intention, like a flame that was kept alive through storms and trials. The young listeners sat transfixed, their eyes wide with wonder as they began to understand that these seemingly simple gestures held layers of meaning, each one a sacred symbol of the wisdom passed down through countless generations. As Helio's voice softened, the warmth of his words wrapped around them like a comforting embrace, filling the room with a sense of calm and reverence. With each story he shared, he unraveled the beauty of love and devotion, revealing how these acts were not mere obligations but profound expressions of respect and commitment. And then, in a gentle tone filled with gravity, he shared one final piece of wisdom that seemed to hang in the air, its weight felt by all present. True understanding, he said, isn't found in solving life's mysteries. It's found in honoring and nurturing the delicate, sacred bonds we share with others. His words struck a deep chord, resonating in the hearts of those listening, leaving them with a sense of awe and a quiet understanding of what truly matters in life. When it came time to leave, the young villagers rose in silence, each of them profoundly moved, carrying with them the lasting impact of Helios' teachings. As they stepped outside into the cool night, the vast, star-filled sky stretched above them, a beautiful, endless canvas that seemed to reflect the wisdom they had received. The moon cast a gentle, silvery glow over the village, illuminating their path home, each step a reminder of the knowledge they had absorbed, knowledge that now lived within them. The quiet of the night felt comforting, as though the village itself had paused to honor the moment. And as they walked back to their homes, the beauty of Helios' words echoed in their minds, a reminder that they carried something precious, an ancient truth that could shape not only their lives but the lives of those yet to come. As the days turned into weeks, Helios' words continued to ripple through the community, touching each person in ways they hadn't anticipated. Those who had heard his stories shared them with others, and soon, the lessons of love and respect spread throughout the village like a gentle wind, carrying with it a renewed sense of purpose. Young men and women who once viewed love as something elusive began to understand it as something real, something woven into the fabric of daily life. They saw in Helios' teachings a call to embody love through small, intentional acts, to infuse their relationships with care and devotion. The wisdom of love and respect took root, becoming not just lessons but principles that strengthened their connections, bringing a sense of harmony to the community. Women in the village, too, began to feel an unmistakable shift. They felt seen, cherished, and valued, the gestures of love they received resonating more deeply as symbols of unity and respect within their homes. These gestures, once simple traditions, transformed into powerful symbols that reinforced the bonds between partners, filling their homes with a sense of peace and joy. Guided by the elders' wisdom, couples found new ways to deepen their relationships, discovering that the simplest acts of love, a warm embrace, a quiet moment shared, a comforting word, carried the greatest meaning. In those moments, they felt connected not only to each other but to the generations before them who had honored these same traditions. The village itself seemed transformed by this newfound commitment to love and respect. Where once there had been mere daily routines, there was now a shared understanding, a collective pride in the relationships that bound them together. Every household, every family, became a thread in a tapestry woven with the values of respect, devotion, and unity. And as the younger generation continued to uphold these teachings, the community grew stronger, bonded by an appreciation for the wisdom of their elders and a commitment to carry it forward. This was the legacy of Helio and Madame Laura, a legacy of love and respect, a living testament to the power of connection that defies time. It taught that love was not fleeting, it was a foundation, a force that could withstand anything, grounding them through life's ups and downs. And as they looked to the future, they knew they held a treasure more valuable than any material possession. The understanding that true love is not just felt but actively created, nurtured, and honored, one act at a time. If you're still here, moved by the beauty of these timeless teachings, please comment a 3 below to let us know. Your engagement is a reminder that stories like these matter, that these tales of devotion and wisdom continue to resonate and inspire. Thank you for joining us on this journey, for cherishing the wisdom passed down through the ages, and for seeking to understand the true essence of love, a love that has the power to change not just lives but entire communities. As they walked back to their homes under the glow of the moon, they reflected on how this newfound wisdom could reshape their lives in ways they had never imagined. They now understood that true love is more than fleeting passion or superficial attraction. It is a profound generosity of spirit, an unshakable dedication, and a quiet yet powerful commitment to another's happiness. These young villagers realized that love wasn't about grand gestures, but about small, consistent acts of care, devotion, and respect. In the days that followed, Helio and Madame Laura's teachings began to ripple through the community, spreading as though whispered by the wind, touching hearts and inspiring change. The young people of the village embraced not only the acts of intimacy, but also the depth of emotional connection that fortified their relationships, making them resilient against life's inevitable trials. This ancient wisdom transformed into a new source of pride and inspiration, strengthening bonds not only between couples but throughout the entire village. The lessons of love and respect took root in every corner of their community, becoming a reminder that genuine affection and devotion are the true foundations of any lasting relationship. Young men and women who had once been shy or uncertain now approached each other with a renewed sense of purpose. They understood that each act of kindness, each word of encouragement, each gentle touch could fortify the delicate fabric of their bonds. They became more intentional in their actions, knowing that love required patience, understanding, and, above all, a willingness to see each other not just as partners but as cherished souls on the same path. The elders looked on with quiet satisfaction, watching their traditions upheld with reverence and love, knowing that their teachings would carry on for generations to come. As this beautiful legacy flourished, the women of the village felt a newfound appreciation growing around them, sensing a profound respect in the air that went beyond words. These gestures of love transformed from simple traditions into powerful symbols of harmony, commitment, and unity within each home. Guided by the wisdom of the elders, couples discovered new ways to connect, realizing that the simplest acts of affection, holding hands in quiet understanding, sharing laughter in moments of joy, or simply being present with one another in silence, were the ones that held the most profound meaning. These small moments, shared without expectation, bound them together in ways that only time could strengthen. Each day, they built a foundation not just for themselves but for the generations that would follow, a foundation that would endure the tests of time and life's inevitable changes. In this way, the wisdom of Helio and Madame Laura became a living force, breathing life into every relationship and infusing every household with warmth and love. The young people in the village began to carry this knowledge with pride, embodying the lessons of love, respect, and devotion in everything they did. These teachings became more than just words. They became a philosophy, a way of life that taught compassion, mutual support, and understanding. And as the community continued to flourish, they came to understand that these teachings were not just about intimacy. They were about seeing each other as mirrors of oneself, supporting and caring for one another as an essential part of life. The wisdom Helio and Madame Laura shared was not bound by time or circumstance. It became a guiding light, reminding each person in the village of the beauty and strength found in simple, genuine acts of love. This newfound unity brought peace to the village, fostering an environment where love was honored, friendships flourished, and families grew stronger. Their village became known for this shared understanding, a place where respect and compassion were as essential as air and water, where every relationship, whether between friends, family, or partners, was treated as something sacred and valuable. And so, this small village in Izmir became a testament to the power of timeless wisdom, proving that the principles of love, devotion, and respect could transform not only individuals but an entire community. As each generation passed down these teachings, the village continued to grow, united in a shared purpose that transcended words. In every corner of the village, in every home, and in every heart, the spirit of Helio and Madame Laura's wisdom endured, creating a legacy of love that would echo through time. Thank you for joining us on this journey through the timeless wisdom of Madame Laura. We hope her teachings have touched your heart and inspired you to see love as a powerful, enduring force. Now, we want to hear from you. What is one lesson from Madame Laura's story that you plan to bring into your life? If you like this video, please share your thoughts below. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more stories that uncover the beauty and depth of human connection.